Hey guys, Joe Madden here at Pig Dogs. This is Puckin Crazy. Sunday, April 10th. I know we've got games starting already. We have 7 games on the schedule in the NHL today. So how the weekend shows are going to work, like I told you guys yesterday, we're going to start at the top of the card. This Boston Bruins Washington Capitals game is kicking off in the next 15 minutes here, you guys. Let's quickly take a look at this one first. I will have Al Ninos jumping in on this card at some point here. So let's get straight to it. The Boston Bruins are coming in here at minus 130 on the road on that money line. We have the Capitals at plus 110, total of 6 in this one. Now, this is going to be an interesting game. Boston's won their last 5 games over the Capitals, and I do think they keep rolling today. They're playing stronger offensively and defensively, playing the better hockey. In the last 10 games, we have them rolling in here, averaging a 4.1 goals per game, only allowing 2.5. The Capitals defensively have been falling apart, allowing 3.4 goals per game and only averaging that 3.3. I'm going to take the Boston Bruins on that money line at minus 125. They're strong on the road, you guys, 23, 10, and 1 on the road this season. 18 and 18 on that puck line. We look at Washington at home. They haven't done their best. They're 17, 15, and 4 on the season with a 12 and 25 on that puck line. Allmark is confirmed for the Boston Bruins. We know he is a strong goalie. I do think we can look at the first period over 1.5 though as well in this game. Both the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals can find the back of the net, and I think they will on each other in this first period. So the over 1.5 in the first period at minus 142, and the Boston Bruins on the money line is what I'm going to take in this. The Boston Bruins are 5-2 in the last 7 meetings in Washington, 6-0 in the last 6 meetings overall. This is going to be a great game for the Boston Bruins fans out there. So that one kicks off 10 minutes here, you guys. If you need to get that bet in, go get it in now. The Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins then kick off at 4 o'clock Eastern. So we got plenty of time in this one. Now the Predators come in here at plus 155. This is a team I had faith in yesterday who couldn't get the job done, just fell apart, the Preds yesterday's game. Losing that one, I believe it was 6-1. They just did not show up to the party. We have a total gone up from 6 to 6.5. The Penguins rolling in here strong on that money line. It's too high for me at minus 175. But let's just look at what we're going to see in this one. I think what we can look at is the Predators team total. I'm going to take it over 2.5. We saw them just have a fall apart game in their last game. We can get their team total over 2.5 for their offense to really step up at minus 122. Now, this is a team that is averaging, even with that mark on their record yesterday, still in their last 10, averaging 3.6. They do have a strong offense. Defensively, they have been allowing too many goals as well at that 3.2. DeSmith is expected in goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this is where I'm going with the Predators team total over 2.5. Because DeSmith, while he is a good goalie, he is the backup in here, and he's 7-4-4 on the season with a 2.95 goals against average. We look at the Pittsburgh Penguins in their last 10. They are averaging 3.5 goals per game. They are giving up that 3.1. There is home ice advantage here. We look at the Penguins, and they are strong at home, going 19, 12, and 2 on the season. But in their last 10 games, this team has been struggling, going 3-6 straight up, and 6-4 with 6 of those games going to the over. I think we have a higher scoring game in this one. I would take the over 6.5 too. But I'm more confident in taking the Predators team total over 2.5 at minus 122. So that is the best way to go with this one, you guys. The next game on the board here is the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this is going to be a great game. The Buffalo Sabres come in here at plus 311 on that money line. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning a minus 366, a total of 6.5. Now, this game does kick off at 5 o'clock Eastern, and I'm excited for this one. I really do think there is so much great value on the Buffalo Sabres today against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa has just been struggling. They've lost their last 4 games. And we've seen a Sabres team really step up offensively. They've been driving. I'm looking for Tag Thompson, their leading goal scorer, to have a fantastic day here, you guys. You can take his over on shots on goal. I'd also take him for an anytime goal. I think he plays absolutely fantastically. We know the Sabres have lost their last 2. But I'm expecting them to come out and cover this puck line. On the puck line at +1.5, we're getting it still at plus money at +120. You know, you guys, I sprinkled on that money line as well because they have every opportunity to pull off the upset. They come into this on 1 day's rest. This team is strong rested, going 5-2 in their last 7 games playing on rest. The Lightning, just Vasilevsky hasn't looked like himself. And I think the Sabres will capitalize on this. They're just not playing strong enough. They're not playing good enough hockey right now. And we saw the Lightning win the last game. It was a complete blowout back in January with the Tampa Bay Lightning winning it. It was 6-1 in that game. So we know the Lightning are the better team overall, you guys, but this is just a bad situation for them today in this one. I really do think the Sabres at least keep it tight, but you guys know I have to sprinkle on that money line. I was going to look at the first period over in this, and let me just pull it up and see if we're getting any value in that first period over, because I do think we could see this one get at least those 2 goals in the first period. And the books think it too. That sucks. The first period over at over 1.5 is -174. So not going to touch that. Just way too much juice. But if you like playing those first period overs and you want to parlay it with something, you could, because it's probably going to be 1-1 score in that first. Let's go on to the next game. You guys, we got the LA Kings taking on the Minnesota Wild. Now, the LA Kings come in here at +160 on the money line as the dog on the road. We've got a total that's gone up from 5.5 to 6. And we have the Minnesota Wild coming in here at -179 at home in this one. This is going to be a good game. I'm excited for this one. We've got an incredible goalie matchup here with Cal Petersen expected for the LA Kings. Now, I like Cal Petersen. He's allowing 2.7 goals on average. The Minnesota Wild, we all know, picked up Fleury. Now, Fleury is outstanding. He had bumps on the road with the Blackhawks, but he's such a strong goalie. He's allowing that 2.82 goals on average this season, but you guys have to remember that was part of the thing when he was with the Blackhawks is his record right now. He's the Minnesota Wild are 7-1-2 in their last 10, averaging 3.2 goals and allowing only that 2.2. Their defense is really playing solid, limiting their opponent's ability to move that puck up the ice. And for the LA Kings, 4-4-2 in their last 10, averaging only 2.7 and allowing 2.9. Now, here's the thing. For the Kings to be able to pull off the upset in this one, they have to play strong defensively. And the Kings have really struggled in Minnesota. While I'm leaning on the Kings to pull off the upset, because I do think this is going to be a tight game, and I love the value here with the Kings. We look at them on the road. They are 29-4 on the road this season, 24-11 on that puck line. No value here on the puck line, though. And the Wild, strong at home, you guys, 24-7 and 1 at home, 18-15 on that puck line. In the last 10 games, we've seen the Wild trend to the under, with 7 of the last 10 going under. And the LA Kings have really kind of pushed on that over-under. They've had 5 games go over, 4 to the under and 1 to the push. So I think this is going to be a hard-hitting defensive game. I'm going to take the under 6. I love that it moved up from 5.5, and I'm going to lean on the LA Kings. I don't know. I just think there's something about this game. I think it's a 3-2 game. I think it's going to go the Kings' way. I think that's exactly how it's going to play out. But you guys, the under is 23-10-4 in the last 37 meetings in Minnesota. I was just checking to make sure Al got the link. We are flying through the card here, you guys. I want to give you the information on a Saturday as quick and fast as possible. You guys know I've been at my desk all morning too, so it's been a long day, but I'm happy to be here with you guys. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content. Here at Pick Dogs, so many new shows coming out. If you haven't checked out Ron Romanelli's baseball videos, you definitely should. He goes over every game on the card for the day, giving out his free picks, kind of like Puckin Crazy, but video style there, and he's doing a great job of those. I will bring Al Niños in as soon as he shows up. Hopefully he shows up before I'm done the card. Otherwise, he might be SOL today for coming in on this one. But the Anaheim Ducks take on the Carolina Hurricanes. This is 6 o'clock Eastern, you guys. Total has sat solid at 5.5. We've seen no movement at all. The Canes are minus 435 on that money line. Even on the puck line, you're still laying juice. We got the Ducks plus 330 here. And again, total holding solid. I'm looking for a lower scoring game in this. I was trying to break down team totals. The Carolina Hurricanes team total is 3.5 at minus 148. So absolutely no value there. I could see it going under in this one, but with a Carolina Hurricanes team that's averaging 3.5 goals per game and allowing 2.4, I just don't want to get there. The thing I'm looking at is taking the Anaheim Ducks on the puck line. We can get them plus 1.5 at plus 125, and I absolutely love it. The Ducks have covered the puck line the last 5 games in Carolina, and you guys, they've won the last 6 straight. So I'm sprinkling absolutely on the Ducks on the money line in this one. They have every opportunity to pull off the upset over the Canes today, but I do think the Canes come out strong to start. I'm going to take the Carolina Hurricanes in that first period. We get them in the first period at minus 112. We've seen the Anaheim Ducks lose as an underdog in their last 6 first periods. So I know it kind of goes against the other way I'm going, but I do see Carolina getting up at the start. We look at the Ducks, and they are 11-3 in the last 14 meetings versus the Canes. They're also 6-0 in the last 6 meetings in Carolina. This is their opportunity to pull off the upset. And for them to pull off this upset, it has to be a lower scoring one, you guys. So lots to look at in this. We see the Ducks strong on that puck line on the road, going 22-13 on the road. And the Canes just have not been getting it done on the puck line at home, going 17-20. I think this is one of those situations where the Ducks just play Carolina hard and they struggle. And we know teams get in other teams' head. They know this. They know that they've lost the last 6 straight to the Ducks. So give me the Ducks. I think they're quacking. I think they're live today. You guys take them plus 1.5 at plus money. Sprinkle on that money line because at plus 330, you guys, how can we say no? But Carolina Hurricanes in that first period and the under 5.5. Frederik Andersen is in goal for the Canes. We know he is a strong goalie. Stolarz is expected for the Ducks. He's only allowing 2.57 goals against him, so he has been playing strong. Yeah, Ducks are quacking for sure. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone joining me today. I see you guys day in, day out in the chat. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here for sure. Yeah, absolutely love those Bruins on the money line today. Let's jump into the next game, you guys. We have the Dallas Stars taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, this total has moved from 5.5 up to 6. The Blackhawks are a dog at home at plus 140. Stars coming in here at minus 161. Now, for myself, I really don't want to lay minus 161 with the Dallas Stars. Wedgwood is expected in goal for them. He's 12-14-4 on the season with a 3.06 goals against average. The Stars overall in their last 10 have only averaged 2.8 goals and allowed that 2.9. Lankakin is expected for the Chicago Blackhawks. Now he's struggled. Going to be honest, he's 4-11-6 on the season, allowing an average of 3.55 goals. Now, in the last 10, the Chicago Blackhawks just haven't been getting things together. They've been struggling to score, only averaging 2.5, and they've been allowing 3.6. They've lost their last 6 games. The Stars have dominated this meeting between these two teams, going 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. And the favorite is also 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. I'm going to lean on the Dallas Stars, but I don't want to lay that juice. You could take them in regulation here. I don't see this one going to overtime, so you're going to get a better line with that. I do like the Hawks team total, though, over 2.5. I think that's easy money there at -102. We've seen Wedgwood. He allows 3 goals on average, and an over 2.5 for a Chicago Blackhawks team. Averaging right on that too. We've seen them be able to find the back of the net. I know they've struggled as of late, but I don't think we'll see them struggle as much against this Stars team to get the goals. So I could see them getting 3 goals on the Dallas Stars. And this one then has to lean to that over, because then I think it's probably a 3-4 game in this one, because I do think the Stars get the win. So you could be safer just taking the over 6 at -110 there. Then you don't really have to rely on the Blackhawks, but I do think they get it. The over 2.5, that is, not the win. don't put words in my mouth that I think the Blackhawks will win it, which they could, but doubtful. They're just completely struggling at the moment. The last game on the board is the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Ottawa Senators. Now, the Winnipeg Jets are completely dead to me. You guys know that. We took them on the reverse puck line. The extended puck line. They weren't even able to score in that game. I can't even remember which game that was. It seems like a year ago, but it was only in the last 4 days. Now they come in on this one at -187 on that money line. They are so not worth that. Ottawa Senators, though, are not a great team. Plus 156 for them in this one. And we've got a total of 6. I can't do anything where I have to trust in the Winnipeg Jets. Hellebuck is expected in goal for them. He's 25, 26, and 10 on the season. He allows an average of 2.49 goals per game. Now, in their last 10, they are 5-4-1, averaging 3 goals and allowing that 3. The Ottawa Senators, on the other hand, roll in here. They're weak at home. We know that. They are 13, 20, and 1 at home this season, 18 and 18 on that puck line. In their last 10 games, they've gone 4-5, and they've had that 1 go to overtime. They're 5-3-2 to that over-under. Solgaard is expected in goal for them again. Now, he's only played in 1 game for them. He has a 2 goal against average 1. Hang on, I'm just going to tell Al he can join now, and we'll see which one he wants to talk. Sorry, you guys know I can't text and talk. What I'm going to look at in this one is, I do think what we've seen out of the Winnipeg Jets is Al texting again. Sorry, guys. What we've seen out of the Winnipeg Jets, they've allowed 3 goals per game in their last 10. We can get the Senators team total over 2.5. And I know they have been struggling to get the goals, averaging only 2.9, but I do think they can get the 3 goals on the Winnipeg Jets today. I'm going to look at their team total over 2.5 at -112. I can't trust in the Winnipeg Jets to get things done for me in this game, because they have been a complete letdown, except for Kyle Connor. I think probably the strongest way to bet this game is to take him on his prop bet of shots on goal, and for an anytime goal for Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets, because he is their strongest player. He's their leading goal scorer. They will get shots on net tonight. They will get a goal, and I leave it all on his shoulders to get that done. I think in that one that we lost that extended line, he was out with illness. So shame on me for taking them there without Kyle Connor on the ice. But I think he can definitely get it done, and we should have a good game. But you guys, El Niños is going to be in any second here. He was just joining via the link. We're going to talk over whichever game he was looking at, and then from there we'll do a recap of this show. Like I said, these weekend shows looking to just get you out all the information quick and fast so you can put your bets in and enjoy your Sunday, especially Sunday. Let me know what you guys are up to today. It should definitely be a good day. We did talk this Washington Capitals Boston Bruins game. at the top of the show. I am on the Boston Bruins on that money line in this one. And then the other way I was looking at that was the first period over 1.5 at -142. We're going to recap all the bets at the end of the show. I'm going to bring Al in. He can let me know which game he wants to talk. We'll talk it with him, hear his free bets, and then we'll do the recap, you guys. Hey, Al, how's it going?
Going good. How are you, Joe?
Good. Doing awesome. So we've gone over all the games on the board. So which games did you want to talk today?
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed this early one with the Bruins and Capitals. But if you're watching the morning show, I like the Bruins in this one. So if you could still get them live, I would take a shot on them. I think they're in a good spot here. Yes, they are missing one of their top guys, but again, the rest advantage to me is a little kind of balances that one out a little bit for me in this one. Should be a good game though, but yeah, strong. I like the Bruins in this one. And then the other one I liked a lot was the Sabres on the puck line +1.5. Just not sure they pull the upset off here, although they have been playing some pretty good hockey. And the Lightning on their side, obviously the much more talented team, but not playing it like it lately. They've had a couple tough matchups, but not trying to lay this kind of juice with them. Even on the puck line, you're laying quite a bit of juice. So I like getting that plus money with a +1.5 here on the Sabres.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in full agreement with you. I talked about this one earlier in the show, saying I even think you can sprinkle on the money line here because the Sabres just play the Tampa Bay Lightning tight, and they have every opportunity with how strong their offense has stepped up as of late to be able to pull off this upset. So I love them here on the puck line at +1.5.
Yeah, definitely my two strongest plays. And then my next one would be the Penguins -1, but slightly tougher one there. Again, they've been struggling a little bit lately, playing mostly tougher teams, but I don't know. I still think they need to get the job done in this one. Nashville hasn't been playing too great either. Both teams on the back-to-back should be interesting, but strong lean to Penguins here.
Yeah, I can see it. The only way I was going to play this game because the Predators really did me dirty last night, but I think that they need to open up offensively. I was looking at their team total over 2.5 because I think this is a game that does go over. We know the Penguins can get those goals in the back of the net. Their total is 3.5. I'm just not liking the juice on that or getting them to that 4. But we can get the Preds team total over 2.5 for them to hit the 3. I do think it's probably a 4-2-3 game at the end for the Penguins here. So over 2.5 just is an easier one to swallow for me at -122 for the Predators.
Let me see who.
I hate taking those over 3.5s with the favorites. It's just one of those. It's just 4 goals, even though you know that they're going to get those 4 goals.
And I agree with the game going over in this one though.
Yeah.
It's going up to 6.5 though. It was 6, wasn't it? Really. Yeah, if you could get it at 6, I really like it a lot. 6.5, a bit riskier, but again, you're not laying any juice for that. So whatever you're into, but I would rather take it at 6 and maybe lay a bit of juice if I have to.
Yeah, bring it down to that in case you get the push with an empty netter going, 4-2, right? Get that push there. I could see that for sure. Well, are you good if we recap? I'm going to go over from the top. You can add anything if you want to add it. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so someone asked me to move my mic. I don't know if it's towards me or away from me. Am I coming in okay for you, Al?
I hear you just fine, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the first game, it's already kicked off, you guys. If Boston gets down in-game, bet them. We both like them here on that money line. It was -125 when it opened up. You're not going to be able to get that first period over now, probably. I still like it at -142 over 1.5. The next game, the Nashville Predators taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. I was leaning on the Predators team total over 2.5. Al, which way were you going with this one?
I was strongly into the Penguins -1 for me. Yeah,
Awesome.
and then the over as well. Smallly into the over.
Perfect. Buffalo Sabres, Tampa Bay Lightning. I think we're both on agreement on the Buffalo Sabres on that puck line. I know I'm going to sprinkle on the money line. I looked at the first period over, way too juiced. Are you going to sprinkle on the money line here, Al, or just stick with the
I
puck line?
usually do, so I may end up doing so. I mean, it's hard to pass up on a +300s. I usually don't like taking the +1.5 when it turns up plus money into when you have to lay juice. Not forgetting that +1.5. So when I'm getting plus money with it on the puck line, I usually settle for that. But again, it might end up being too tempting for me. I might end up taking a little shot, but I do think the Lightning really need this win. So I don't know. It's tough. I like the +1.5 a lot though.
Okay, awesome, you guys. I'm sorry if I'm breaking up a little bit here. Had major internet issues all morning. There's service going on in my area. The LA Kings and the Minnesota Wild. Al, I'm taking the under 6 in this. Love that it moved up here. I am leaning on the LA Kings to pull off the upset, although it's going to be quite hard. I think this is a 3-2 game. Either way you slice it, and I'm willing to take a risk on the LA Kings. Any thoughts on this one for a free play for you?
You know, when I first woke up, I thought this would be one of my favorite plays, and then I just couldn't get there with the Wild. So can't blame me at all for taking a shot on the Kings. No,
Uh,
I haven't bet this one yet, but again, I woke up thinking I was definitely gonna hammer the Wild pretty hard, and end up not at all. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth a shot with the Kings.
Okay, I love it. Anaheim Ducks taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to take the Ducks on the puck line +1.5. I'm still getting plus money there at +125. I'm sprinkling the hell out of them on the money line here. I'll probably parlay the Sabres and the Ducks on the money line for a huge payout. Fingers crossed it hits. I am leaning, though, on the Carolina Hurricanes in that first period at -112 because they do come out strong in the first, and the Ducks struggle in that first period. And I think this is a lower scoring one, so I'm going to take the under. I'm betting this 3 ways. Al,
Wow,
is there anything you like here?
under the 5.5, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting plus money for that. Yeah, I might root for this one. Pass for me.
Okay, the Dallas Stars and the Chicago Blackhawks. You guys leaning on the Stars, can't pay the juice there. I'm going to take the Blackhawks team total over 2.5. I think we have a higher scoring one in this, and I'm confident in the Hawks getting that 3.
Actually, I'm gonna have to go back and disagree with you on the last one. I'm leaning slightly to the over. I mean, I don't want to pay too much juice for the 5.5, but let me see if I can get a decent number on a 6.
Okay.
But yeah, and then sorry, what was the next one you went on to?
The next one is the Dallas Stars and the Chicago Blackhawks.
The Stars and the Chicago Blackhawks. Very strongly into the Stars -1 again. Or in
Okay.
regulation, if you prefer that.
Absolutely. They play the Chicago Blackhawks strong, that's for sure. Winnipeg Jets, Ottawa Senators is the last game on the board. I'm looking at the Senators team total over 2.5 at -112. I just can't lay money with the Winnipeg Jets. Al, I've been burnt way too much by them. I do like best bet though for this game is to prop bet Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets. He is definitely their strongest player, taking for an anytime goal and his shots on goal to go over his number. I think it's 2.5. Al, anything in this one that you like for a free play?
The Kyle Connor may just be the very best one if you don't like props. It would be the slightest that leans to the Jets in regulation, but don't love it one bit.
Okay. Well, that summarizes everything. Let's just see if we have any score in that Boston Bruins Washington Capitals game. I'm still seeing it sitting 0-0 in the first. I wish it was on my TV right now, you guys. Let's go watch this game. Al, all invest in your bets. What do you got for sale for us over at Pick Dogs today?
Yeah, and real quick, you had said to if the Bruins go down to take him, I might take another shot on them again, but you can get them live right now -125, and I think that's a pretty strong play there. Sorry, what was that question again?
What have you got for sale today?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack, best bet in each sport, and then I have an extra play in the MLB for everyone on the long-term passes.
Okay, awesome. Well, you guys, all the best in all of your bets. Join us back here for Puckin Crazy at 3:30 Eastern. It's 1:30 my time. I have to convert that every time I start thinking. And you guys have a good one. Keep smiling, and let's make some frickin' money today. Bye, guys.